Stand by for your Alaska Aviation Link, where we're going to hear from Gary Bennett at Northern Lights Avionics about the next gen deadline coming up. We're going to talk to Gary Bennett here at Northern Lights Avionics about automatic dependent surveillance broadcast and the next gen deadline.
The requirement for ADS-B, the deadline date's coming up pretty quick. We're looking at the end of next year, so at the end of 2019 is when the mandated airspace goes into effect for ADS-B. Yeah, so we're continuing to complete ADS-B installations, at a fairly steady pace. The nice thing about Alaska is we don't have a huge mandated airspace to deal with for the ADS-B requirement. Here in Alaska, I think we're pretty much keeping up with the demand for the ADS-B. I think the lower 48, they're going to have more of a challenge to get the aircraft done that have potentially waited too long. What we're going to see happening next summer as we approach the very end of the ADS-B mandate is going to be a ramp up in people who've been waiting till the last minute. Basically, it's a transponder change out with a little bit of extras. So you're adding in GPS position sources, potentially ADS-B in display sources and things like that. So, it's like a transponder install on steroids. One of the problems that I think we're going to run into as we approach the deadline for the ADS-B mandate is going to be not so much having the manpower to get the jobs done here in Alaska. It's going to be getting the equipment, because the demand is going to be so high, competing with the lower 48 folks that have to have the equipment. So I believe we're going to probably see some lead times on the popular equipment start to increase as we approach and get through next summer. Right now, the pricing of the equipment is staying pretty steady, and I think the demand is what's driving that for sure. And as far as extensions go, the FAA has held steadfast on the fact that there will be no extensions for flying in and out of the mandated airspace after the end of next year.
So we've heard from Gary Bennett about the next gen deadline in 2019, but pilots and aircraft owners, you can use your iPhones and your tablets for the utilization of ADS-B. I'm Rob Stapleton for your Alaska Aviation Link.